In today's video, we are going to be discussing AEW's World Championship plans, what to expect, what I'm predicting, what I think should happen. Also, in addition to that, we are going to talk about WWE making a groundbreaking deal with Disney. And we also have some news on a possible WWE return. So many surprises planned for Royal Rumble, so you know I'm bringing you guys the coverage. If you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell. So actually, let's just kind of talk about it. Shane McMahon is reportedly coming back to WWE at Royal Rumble. Now, we don't know if they are going to be setting up a WrestleMania match for Shane McMahon, but Ringside News did come out with some news today that Shane McMahon is set to return at the Rumble. And as you guys know, Shane McMahon wrestling at WrestleMania, it's a pretty common thing at this point. Now, the reason why I'm very intrigued by this is Shane McMahon doesn't currently hold any sort of backstage position in the company, but he does have an active talent contract. But lately, we haven't seen him on TV. Now, what's really interesting is in our Discord server, which, by the way, the link is in the description down below, one of the members in Discord mentioned just this fantasy booking idea of possibly having Austin Theory go up against Shane McMahon. And honestly, the more and more that I think about it, I think it could be a really cool thing for Austin Theory to have that type of singles match at WrestleMania. And, you know, obviously Vince McMahon has been building the storyline with Austin Theory, so it would actually make sense. Clearly, WWE is high on Austin Theory, so him getting that singles match against Shane McMahon could be a pretty big deal for his career specifically. I will say this, you know, as a wrestling fan, I actually enjoy Shane McMahon's matches and the feuds. I like what they did with him and The Miz, and I thought that was really special, especially, you know, based on the circumstances and everything. And plus, this guy's willing to jump off of like 50-foot high cages, and it's just, this guy is insane. So, you know what? If Shane McMahon's coming back, I'm cool with it. I'm excited. I'm really just curious to see what happens with the Royal Rumble, man. This is like the one year I just feel like it's super unpredictable. You may have missed it, but I actually made a video about this before, talking about Bad Bunny. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll put that link in the description down below. Now, we do got to talk about Hangman Page and AEW because, well, there are some pretty big plans in place for Hangman Page. And as you guys can tell, AEW is doing a lot of championship matches on television, which is something I absolutely love. Free television, getting these major matches, like, to me, that's really, really cool. But here's the thing. AEW is scheduling a Texas death match between Lance Archer and Hangman Page in 2 weeks, and that's going to take place on Dynamite. And I will be honest, as a huge Lance Archer fan, it's very clear to me that, like, as good as I think he is, right now he is not ready to take the belt off of Hangman Page. But I'm not the only one who actually seems to think this way, because there is a lot of speculation that believes Lance Archer will not win this championship match. But there could be very big plans in place for MJF and Hangman Page, or Jon Moxley and Hangman Page. Now, for one, having AEW, or seeing that AEW could be considering both options, is very interesting. But I'm really curious to see what AEW plans to do in the long run of things. Because if AEW does in fact have Hangman Page hold this championship belt for a very, very long time, I am afraid that this could become a stale championship reign. Now, to be very clear, my personal opinions of this, you know, it's not the most popular opinion, but I typically don't care for long championship runs. And this is because I just think there's so many talented wrestlers out there. I would love to see so many people put into a large storyline that, you know, could get the spotlight. Now, with that being said, I think Hangman Page is the best champion that AEW has ever had. And I know sometimes that is also something that people disagree with. So if I'm AEW, I think the right move here is to keep building up MJF. And I think until MJF is ready to take the belt off of Hangman Page should hold the belt. And based on a lot of what's being said right now, that could very well be the case. Now, with that being said, Lance Archer versus Hangman Page is going to be a very interesting match because it is a Texas death match. But where do they go from there? What's the next guy? Who is the next guy? And that's the big question that everybody wants the answer to. And I don't think right now AEW is in the position to put MJF in that storyline, because we are anticipating that heel turn. Well, not a heel turn, but a babyface turn from Wardlow, who is expected to turn on MJF, and then that itself should be a singles match for Revolution. So what is going to be the World Championship for Revolution? Honestly, at this point, I don't know, but the fact that AEW is really working on making this a very intricate story, to me, that's a very exciting thing as a fan, and I can't wait to see what they do, quite honestly. I think, to me, that is the most important thing that they can do, is just, you know, Not everything has to be a slow burn, but at the same time, too, that's why they're giving us championship matches on TV, and I like that a lot. And for our final story of the day, guys, WWE has reached an agreement with Disney. Disney has taken the exclusive WWE Network streaming rights in Indonesia. This could be a very, very, very interesting decision in the long run. And of course, things we'll have to see how it plays out. But as you guys know, WWE, there's been a lot of rumors of WWE selling to Disney. And there's been this report, and we talked about this a while ago. Slice Wrestling wrote a report several months ago that WWE was preparing for a sale to Disney by 2024. And I remember a lot of people on social media, specifically when this report came out, they said, Slice isn't credible. Slice isn't credible. Whatever, right? But here's the thing. WWE selling the company to Disney, nobody knows, right? Nobody knows. We don't know if they're going to sell the company to Disney. But what we do know is that a move like this only helps that conversation get more credibility, right? That topic becomes more credible. That idea becomes more credible when you see WWE giving them streaming rights, because it starts off with something small and then it leads to something bigger. This is why the idea of WWE selling to a big media company makes the most sense, because WWE already has these relationships, right? NBC has Peacock. A lot of people would be like, I would not be shocked if NBC bought WWE. But then also think about it. Fox has SmackDown. Now keep in mind, SmackDown is on Fox. Fox is owned by Disney. So there's already relationships in place. The real question is, does WWE actually sell? As of right now, they continue to deny these rumors. They say they're always taking calls. They're always open for business, but they're denying these rumors. I think this could very well foreshadow this potential sale. Now, if WWE sells, I don't look at it as a bad thing. I look at it as a good thing, because clearly right now some major shakeup needs to happen to this company. My problem is who owns it could very well be the worst thing to happen to the company, and I don't want that either. So I just wish that whoever, and we hear about it, Vince has control of this, Vince has control of that. My belief is that, and I say this all the time, a business that's supposed to cater to a younger audience, right? A key demographic that is younger. It should not be ran by old people. And that's not just wrestling. That's literally any business. And I stand by that 1000%. And my belief is that people that run Disney, people that run NBC, I am not sure if I can trust them with running a wrestling company. And I think this is why AEW has quickly become a viable wrestling option, because they have this major TV deal, but at the end of the day, Tony Khan is a young man who is a huge wrestling fan, and that's what he cares about. And he makes mistakes along the way. AEW is not perfect, but he cares and he listens and he knows his audience and he goes after them. And WWE just doesn't do things the same way, and that's fine. They're successful, they're rich, they're going to keep making money. If they sell, they're going to sell for billions of dollars. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there is a disconnect there. And, I'm not against a sale. I'm just against a sale of it going to the wrong hands. And this scares me, But we'll see what happens. WWE continues to make that money. They continue to be successful. If they sell, if they don't, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in WWE in the next couple of years. But only time will tell. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Peace.